What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishu Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Man shares story of the time he thought he was the father, but found out he wasn't. This one's pretty painful, and I'm running out of coffee here, so I don't even know if I should go fill up or let's get it.
Story time of when I thought I was a dad, but in the delivery room figured out I was not a dad. So, long story short, I was dating this girl. We'll call her Jane for the sake of the story. Well, Jane and I were dating for about 2 years, and she's pregnant, right? So we get ready for the baby, buy everything that you need to buy for a baby, right?
Right.
Delivery day happens. Me and my mom are in the delivery room with her. Her family was very unsupportive of her having a child, especially before marriage. They were unsupportive of her breathing before marriage. Well, after watching her give birth, which is a completely different story.
That's crazy. Would you guys do that? Watch the birth? Some people just don't have the stomach for that. Let's keep listening. And people be like, oh, you need to be there. You have to be there. You don't really.
The nurse, after wiping the baby.
Unless if you want to. Let's keep watching. I'm getting sidetracked.
Be off, whatever, the whole shebang. Nurse, oh, does dad want to hold his baby? Oh, well, as she's holding me handing me the baby, I'm like, oh, my baby, not my baby. And I look at my mom, and my mom's already looking at me like this. And I'm like, no way this happened to me.
Sounds like Pookie strikes again.
And yes, before anybody asks, it was not white. Okay? No, let's get that one out of the way. No, it wasn't white. Okay? That's how we knew. All right? So, anyways, I still gave her the benefit of the doubt and got a DNA test. Yep, I'm that type of guy. I was like, on the off case that it has a genetic
nice guy here.
Disorder or something, I'm still gonna get the DNA test, right? Yeah, 0.03% chance. 0.03% chance. The only thing I had in common with a father was we were men. That was it.
That's a wild one. And I think it's just good to get that test anyways, because women would deny observable reality. People didn't like some of what he said there. Like this commentator says, being not white is synonymous to having a genetic disorder now, or what did I hear? And so he responded.
I should have seen these coming. So I wasn't going to give these comments the time of day, but this lady even went as far as to duet me. So let's get to this.
We knew he was making a joke.
This lady is so upset that I use the words genetic disorder when talking about the child. Now, first and foremost, let's get this out of the way. No, if you aren't white, you aren't a genetic disorder like she's trying to claim I was saying. What I was saying is genetic disorders are things like discoloration, diseases like my type 1 diabetes that I have. Things of that nature are genetic disorders. So let's get one thing straight before you try to prey on somebody's downfall or try to make somebody's day shitty. Let's get something straight, right? I'm not a bad person. I don't know what kind of media you're watching, this, that, and the other.
Woke media.
I get it. The world's a shitty place right now. But to come to some stranger's post and stretch so far and then post a video trying to claim I'm some sort of racist and that because I use the word it with the baby. You know how many times I said baby in that video? A lot more than I said it. Plain and simple. Like so many people are stretching. Why'd you call it it? Because I don't look at the word it as something that I have to be careful with.
Let's not get sidetracked here. Can you imagine buying supplies for a baby, diapers? You're going out, you're shopping with your woman. You guys are buying cribs, right? Car seats. You're getting prepared, maybe even a gender reveal. Let's throw that in there. A baby shower. Oh, wow, she's not telling you that she was getting a cheese clap by another man. And this is how you find out. I'm curious to see how he reacted after he got the confirmation. There's a part 2. Let's check it out.
All right, so part two of not being the dad. Ultimately, a lot of you are going to be really disappointed. It went really straightforward. Ultimately, I was like, hey, we obviously have to talk about some things. And she came right out and she's like, yeah, so this is what happened. I cheated on you, handed me her phone, and literally showed me the text messages her and this guy had been having for months and months. He was married and already had multiple children, so obviously he wasn't going to take care of the kid.
I don't mean to laugh at your pain, bro, but he's kind of humorous in the way he's telling this thing. Wow. Could you have guessed that he has a bunch of baby mamas around? Probably could.
I ended up staying in the hospital with her the entire time she was there. Don't ask me why. I felt bad that none of her family was there to support her, this, that, and the other, even though all that
F that. Oh, he's better than most men.
shit had just happened. Like, in my mind, I was like, fuck.
Or nicer than most men. Maybe needs to be less nice.
I really feel like a piece of shit if I just leave. Like, even though I had all the right to, I didn't. So I stuck around and I stayed in the hospital until she was released. And then I drove her home. I packed up all her stuff, I and her stepdad packed all her stuff up for my house and moved her back to her parents' house. Ultimately, this happened like 6 years ago. So it's not something that's like freshly painful for me whatsoever. It's just a funny story to tell people at this point.
Okay. You know what's really effed up? Knowing that if he wasn't as nice as he probably was in that relationship, she probably wouldn't have cheated on him. And you might say, well, that's a damaged woman. Could be true. But also there is such thing as being too nice. I'm not blaming this man at all. I'm just thinking about how he still stayed and comforted her and made sure she was okay. Like, man, she weighed things out. Women will sit there. They'll think, will this guy stay? They know who to play with. And then you just have straight 304s. Let's keep listening.
Like I said, it's been 6 years, 7 years since this has happened. I have no resentment towards her. We all fuck up when we're younger. I wasn't perfect. Nobody's perfect. And ultimately, I hope she has a great life.
She's a 304. I'll say it.
I'm out here living a great life myself.
Good for you, brother.
I have 2 wonderful dogs, no kids, and I'm actually married now. For the people wondering, I'm flattered, by the way, but yeah, I'm married. Thank you, guys. But yeah, ultimately, I knew part 2 is kind of disappointing, but it's really all I can give you guys. I mean, there wasn't there was no crazy blow up or anything like that. It was ultimately just, we move on. But I'm going to be posting more shit that's happened in my life. And
we effed up.
I hope you guys enjoy that shit, because I'm not going to say it gets crazier, but it gets it's same level crazy shit. So stick around, follow me, and hope you guys enjoyed it.
All right, guys. So let's look at some of these comments. What did you guys think of that? These are comments from both of those videos, so they might just kind of be mixed up. Keep in mind, first comment here he said, yeah, I'm still going to get a DNA test with crying emoji. So here's a chick who's like, really? You're still going to get the DNA test? Another comment here says, as an L&D nurse, I've seen this happen more than once. Here's somebody else who says, sir, we're going to need parts 2 through 50. That's who the F did I marry reference there. Somebody else here says, we were both men. Here's another comment. This is a chick who was quoting him saying, no way this happened to me, with the laughing emojis. Somebody else here added, you literally thought you were becoming a dad and that was just ripped away. You handled this beautifully. Yeah, a lot of people would have lost it. Another comment here says, no disappointment here. You handled the situation with grace and kindness and you have your happily ever after now. How come there's nobody talking shit about her in the comment section? Very interesting. Very interesting. Let it be a man who messes up to this degree. Another comment here says, you're a class act. Any woman will be lucky to have you. Another comment here added, you are a good man. 99% of men wouldn't have handled it that way. Part 2 was not a disappointment. I think he handled it overall well. Because, I don't think he should have been yelling or losing his shit. I just think he probably felt more responsible for her than he needed to. And a lot of guys who, a lot of nice guys usually have that problem. Goes on to say, doesn't mean anything come from me, but proud of you. Here's somebody else who says, no drama is the best drama. Glad you found a good one in the end. You're a great guy. And a few more comments here. This gentleman says the dog is like he's telling this story again with the laughing emoji. Another woman here says, you did good. Did she have any remorse? Apologize? Try to win you back? He responded back and says, I feel like there was remorse, but ultimately I think she knew the deal was sealed. Doesn't sound like she showed much remorse. That was one cold-hearted chick right there. Another comment here says, wow, I couldn't even get my daughter's father, whom I was married to at the time, to be there when she was born. You're a saint. Listen, guys, as always, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.